Hi class, today we're going to think about a very nice practical tool. A lot of you have been working very hard and you've got a nice long set of resources, and you've been working very hard on making sure that you've got the correct MLA citations, and we're coming to the end of our paper and there's those frustrating little tasks left to do. Some of us are getting hung up on little things like how to do the hanging indent, how to get stuff organized and into alphabetical order. Here's how we can use Word to make sure that those little chores aren't getting in the way of the stuff that we really want to think about. So we're going to start off just with our long list of all the sources that we found. I've just cut and pasted all my sources in, okay? And you can see that the MLA citations are done correctly. We're in good shape here, but it doesn't look right. Okay, we need to think about how to do those hanging indents. A lot of us have been resorting to hitting the tab button, and that looks okay, but then you've got to do the next line, and then if we make some other changes, everything will get all messed up. So we don't do that. Okay, so let's go back a little bit, back to where we were, just using the back button. Okay, how can we do this? We've got a long list. If we have to sit and do the tab button for each of those, that's going to take some time. So let's select all of our document using Control A or highlighting it all. Okay, then we go to paragraph. Okay, and we click on this little arrow here, and that's going to give us a bigger dialog box. You see here it says indentation. Okay, we're going to click on special. Right now it says none. Okay, click on special, and we could click on first line indent. If we do that, that's going to give us what looks like a normal paragraph, right? The first line is indented, all the others are out. That's not very useful for an annotated bibliography or a works cited, where we want to be able to see the source name very easily. Okay, so again, let's just undo that. Okay, still with everything highlighted, we're going to go back to paragraph, we'll look at special, and we'll pick at hanging. Okay, it's going to automatically do it by 0.5, which is what we want. Okay, but you can change that if you need to. Okay, and we click on OK. There we go. Okay, it looks nice, just like a works cited should. Okay, it's got those automatic indents for us without us having to hit tab all the time. Okay. If we want to see how it really looks, we can click off our pilcrow, that backwards P for the paragraph mark. Okay, then they go away, and we can see how much more easily, how much more efficient that looks. Okay, we'll turn that back on so that we can see what's going on, because if we've been hitting the tab key, we would see those arrows show up, or if we've been hitting the space bar, even worse, to try and get things to look right, it's going to look like this. Okay, it may look okay when you print it out, but you're going to find that if you make other changes, the computer thinks these mean something and they're going to try and include them. Okay, that's how you often end up with some of those very messy documents. Okay, so let's undo that. Now we're looking good, except we've got a problem, right? We need these to be in alphabetical order. Okay, we've been typing them in every which way. Everything's now fine. They are hanging indented, but we're not in alphabetical order. The computer can do that for you too, right? Control A again to select everything, and here's the sort button, A to Z, right? Descending is going to give you backwards alphabetical. Ascending is going to give you alphabetical order. We can just click this, and now we've got everything sorted. Okay, starting with my B's. Okay, one reason why you don't want to put a lot of extra formatting in is that the computer thinks that you want an empty space. So, for example, here it thought that the fact that you had hit the Enter key several times meant that you wanted those spaces, and it's going to count them as an empty paragraph. That's how sometimes you get those mysterious white blocks of text. Okay, so if you toggle back your P, your pilcrow, you can see that the computer thought you wanted stuff there. Okay, so that's a very easy little tool for us to be able to use to help us get our stuff in order. One thing to look out for is if you had something that began with T for the computer doesn't know the rule about not putting the or a or an in there. So after you've alphabetized your long list, you just need to go quickly say, did I have anything that began with the? Did I have anything that began with a or an? And if so, just move them by hand. Okay, so I hope that'll really help some of you guys out with getting your last little chores taken care of, and that you're not going to become frustrated and sad at the end of your paper, because this should be a happy moment. Okay. Okay, I'll see you guys in class next week. Bye-bye.